Hello everyone, this is Vinay here from Learn Coding with Vinay. This is video number 12 of our series where we are building movie rating application using ASP.NET Core MVC 8, Dapper MicroRM and ChatGPT as our coding assistants. In this video, we are going to work on some of the UI element. We will use Bootstrap grid layout to organize this control so that it fits well in this screen. So let's do that. So let me go to the razor view, you know. So currently what we see, let me see, let me go to the screen. Yeah, so currently what we see is the, a very long form, but actually we can organize it in and make it in within the screen, which is visible to our eyeball only, right? It should fit well within the this viewport, right? Because ideally, ideally if we see content name need not to be this much long, right? Even this drop down, right? So we can utilize our space and make the form look good. So let's do it. So let me go to the our razor form. So what we'll be doing, we have form over here and we'll be using bootstrap grid layout. So what we'll be doing, I will add one div with class row over here, and so this is row, and we'll go at the end, and before just form and we'll complete that div. Right, that is the first thing. Now since we are using row, we need to mark inner element in form of columns. So what we'll be doing, we'll be replacing this with class call md6 and md3, right? So everything within row would be within a columns, within certain columns. Okay, so let me press this OK, and now let me give this that row calls in smaller screen it should be 1, in medium to large screen it should be 2, right? So this is good. Now let me say control KD to align our code. Okay, I don't know, control KD is not working, but let me save this, and let's see the output. Okay, so it got aligned, right? So content is looking good. Content type, uh, this is good. Sort, this is good. This is good. Good. Now, what we'll be doing, we'll keep this ad because these are languages and cast and roles. They are supposed to have more. So basically we'll keep them in one line. We'll take this is active at the bottom. So let's do that. So what we'll be doing, so we have this check, we'll keep it over here, and at the same time, let's wrap this our button also into the div. Currently it is lying separately, so let's do this. Let me take this, let me copy paste it over here, and let's have this div just one button, right? Control KD. Let me save this and let's see the output now. Okay, so is active is pushed down. We have saved small button now. This looks good. Now this fits in well in the into the screen, right? Now the content type seems to be little off. Let me, in the content type where we have content type, let me give it margin 2, margin top, so that it aligned perfectly over here, the text box. Okay, so this is good. These are good. These are good. These are good. This is good. Right. Okay. Now, let's do one more thing over here. That since short description we have multi-line text box, we have many space. Let's try to utilize this space also, right? By displaying image. So whenever user chooses an image, we should display small image over here, right? So let's ask this to ChatGPT. So let me write the prompt for that. Yeah. So I have written that can we display the image as soon as it is selected in some div, right? So let's see what ChatGPT has to say. Okay, so it has given us the code. It has given, so this is our poster file. Let's take this div out of it and let's copy paste it in our code where we have the file. So where do we have it? Over here. So we'll keep this inside only, and we don't want this preview image or something. We'll just keep the image. Okay, then what we'll be doing, we'll take this JavaScript function. We'll take this function and we'll take at the end of this and copy paste it over here, right? So let's save this and see if that works well. Okay, so it seems to have loaded. Let me choose the file. Yeah, so let's move next. What we did was we just copy pasted the JavaScript function over here. you know we called that JavaScript function on the change of the input file. So let me tell you where it is. Yeah, over here. So on change, we called that JavaScript function, right? And what was the other thing we did? I think, yeah, that's it. That's it. We already placed the this div where the image would be displayed, and I decrease the size to little bit, to fit in our screen. So let's see it on. Let me come from beginning. Content, add content. I'll just directly select the image. Let me take any random image. Right. So it looks good now. So at least user knows that what image he or she is trying to upload. Right. Now next thing we want is to, on every drop down we want the first value as select, not the first value what we are seeing here, movie, here action. Right. So we want to give it select. So let's ask ChatGPT. Okay, that worked. Let me say that worked. Now now next is I want every, you know drop down with first value as select, and value we can take 0, first value as, 0 and select text, right? Since we have all drop down properties marked as integer, drop down properties marked as integer. Let's say, what does it say? Okay, so it has given us, okay, in the store procedure front, it is not doing anything, which is good. It is just adding when we are getting get industry, right? So it is adding over here industries dot insert 0. Okay, so let's take this code. Let's go to our controller code and let's try it for one at least. So what do we have it? Industry. Okay, let's see. Let's copy paste it over here. Okay, industry dot insert. It will be model dot industries dot insert. So let's see if we are, we get it for industry or not. Let's see for the first one. Let me, okay, it is refreshing. Okay, we have it the select, right? Similar way we can do it for all. Let me do that quickly. Okay, so we have now content, genre, industry as select. We have cast and role also as select. Right, great. So this looks good. This looks good. And let me show you what I did. I just copy pasted this industry thing multiple time and inserted the first value as select text and zero as a value. Right, so this is good. Right, so this is good. Now let's work on validation. Remember, I think validation piece was missing. If I press directly, it is going over here but not displaying any message. Right. So let's go to ChatGPT. Okay. Let me inform it that worked. Okay. Now, now let's work on validation. I guess you missed to provide span tag for each control in your response earlier. Also, for each drop down, zero is not a valid value. So provide validation annotation accordingly. Let's see. So ChatGPT has generated lot of code, but let me walk through it. So what we'll be doing, we'll have to, I don't want to do blindly copy paste because we did lot of changes in existing VMs and Razor View. So what we'll be doing, I'll try to pull out possible validations from here and put it into our respective class, and then we'll begin from them. So let me do this in background and come back. So I just did I just picked out the basic validations out of what ChatGPT has suggested because I don't want to complicate it much over here. Alright, so let's go to create content and let me press save button directly. Alright, so we have validation message coming up for a lot of, at least the primary stuffs, right? Content. If I type something, then it goes off. If I select something, then also it should go off. Let me see. This drop down is not coming up. Now it is gone, right? If I type something over here, this is gone. If I choose file, let's see quickly. Yeah, so if I choose file, validation is gone, file is getting displayed. That is good. So this is good actually. Okay. So why, let me see why budget. I did there should be an error for budget also. Similarly, I must have missed the name. Yeah, it is there. For budget it is there. For earned it is there. Okay, good. But let me see if I have made changes to over here. For budget, we have the range. Okay. For earn, also we have the range. Yeah. So things are in place now. Right. So this is validations are also in place. Right. Screen also looks good now. Fits in well in front of our eyeball. Right. So in the next video, now we will actually work on the create post method where we will take all this detail and push it to the database. So thanks for watching this video, guys, and see you in the next video.